capitalism is that unique system here in America that drives our economy. Free market works, capitalism works. Business is the best engine for economic growth and development and job creation, and there is no equal. And to provide for a friendly business environment here in Iowa means that it's about less government, a friendly tax policy environment, less regulatory burdens placed on business, and government essentially gets out of the way and encourages business to succeed and prosper. And you will be the engine that grows the economy and creates new jobs by the thousands. And with 115,000 Iowans out of work, we need jobs. But it is not the place of state government to be the engine for job creation. And as much money as spent over to specialized jobs, friends, that's not going to get the job done when it comes to providing good paying jobs long term for Iowans. It's the private sector where those good jobs are going to be created. I've advocated eliminating the corporate income tax. We defend our right to work statute. Why is that law important? Because I'm convinced only right-to-work states will see their economies grow in the future. And I have been on the front lines for the past 4 years fighting to defend our right-to-work statute. And we have been this close to losing it. And if we lose that right-to-work statute, it doesn't matter what else we do in Iowa. The message that would go out of Iowa is we're not interested in business. We're not interested in growing our economy, and it was absolutely essential that we stand our ground and that we defend right to work. We've accomplished that. And as governor, not only will we continue to be a right-to-work state, I'm going to market Iowa. I'm going to travel, and I'm going to tell folks, if you want a place to come and put your roots down and invest in business, come to Iowa. And we want you to succeed in Iowa, and that will be important to our future economic well-being. We have a budget mess in Des Moines, the likes we've never seen before. The Legislative Service Agency people tell us that next year the projected budget gap is between $750 million and $1 billion. And from a historical perspective, that number is very large. One of the first tasks of the next governor and of the General Assembly will be to address the uncontrolled, unrestrained spending of the last several years that have put us in a position now that the budget gap looms very large. The cash reserves have been drawn down. Trust fund after trust fund has been depleted, whether it's the Senior Living Trust Fund, the Healthy Iowans Trust Fund, or even the underground storage tank cleanup fund. Money has been taken from that and put into the general fund for ongoing spending. You can't do that year after year. It's time to stop that. And as governor, we will begin the process of realigning expenditures with the actual revenue that the state of Iowa takes in. It'll take several years to work through this, but with the Republican-controlled House of Representatives and being the eternal optimist, an Iowa Senate that the Republicans have a majority in, or at least very close to a shared balance of power, we're going to put first things first, and we're going to get our fiscal house in order. The taxpayers of Iowa deserve leadership that respects them and respects their money. And that'll be one of the first priorities with Ron Roberts. It's about the budget. It's about providing for a friendly business environment. Last thing I'll say is that it's really about leadership that respects the people of Iowa and acknowledges that it is the people themselves who are in charge of government. It's not the governor, the legislature, or the Iowa Supreme Court. The people who are in charge of state government are the people themselves. Article 1, Section 2 of Iowa's Constitution simply declares all political power is inherent within the people. It's one of the reasons why, in addition to being someone who believes in the sanctity of human life, life in the womb is that of an unborn child deserves protection because that life has worth and value. But also, marriage is a sacred covenant between one man and one woman. It has been, is, always will be. Not only because the statute says so, but because God's law says so. That's why. And the people of Iowa deserve the opportunity to vote on the question of marriage, because when the branches of government disagree over something as important as marriage, the Constitution says, go directly to the people, let them settle it. And as governor in my first year, you will see your elected representatives and senators take that question up for a vote. I can't tell them how to vote, but I can certainly stand my ground and say you will honor the people of Iowa, and you will respect the people of Iowa, and you will take up that resolution in the Iowa House and Iowa Senate, and you will put that question on its way to eventually go to a vote of the people. It's the right thing to do. It's about respect. And that's one of the reasons why people are upset with government today. There's this sense of a disconnect, that leaders have forgotten who is in charge. It's the people who are in charge. And I make this commitment that the people I appoint to positions of leadership in departments and agencies will view leadership like I do. That it's an opportunity to serve. And they will be part of a team of leaders. And together, we will do what is necessary to advance the best interest of the people of Iowa. That will mean being good stewards of the taxpayers' money. And Simon, where are you? You're right. I am frugal to a fault, and I don't apologize for it, because my folks raised me, my brother and 3 sisters, to believe that money doesn't grow on trees. And I believe my folks. And throughout my adult life, and Trish can attest to that, I'm careful with my money, and I will be careful with your money, right? I practice that in my own life, and I practice that as a state representative as well. It is no small thing to be entrusted with responsibility in how you spend the taxpayers' money, because that money didn't grow on trees. It's the result of the hard work of Iowa, and it's about respect. And so I will be that kind of governor, and people who are appointed to positions of leadership will also respect the taxpayers. They will also set the example for those who work in their departments and agencies, that it's about serving the people. That's why we're there. And we get 4 years if given the opportunity to be governor. It's all you have. And we'll work hard and do our very best to do what's right by the people of Iowa and advance what is in their best interest. So here we go. Just under 4 weeks to the election. Change is coming. Yes, we do. Exclamation point. We put our first television ad on air in central and eastern Iowa, and we've gone on radio. One of the things we'd like to do in northwest Iowa, if we can raise some additional funds, we would go up on KTIV with our 30-second television ad that's ready to go. And people have been surprised. You mean you have money even for a television ad? Well, when you're frugal and you can figure out what first things first are all about, you bet we are. Because that's why people contributed, to help make sure that Rod's message goes out and other people get to know who Rod Roberts is. So there's a challenge for you. When you're involved in a campaign, there's a lot of ways people can help, and one of those is financially. And in northwest Iowa, if we can raise some money here in the next few days, it will all go toward purchasing television airtime on KTIV. Why KTIV? Because they've been good to us. They were there this morning and interviewed me at this business group in Sioux City. They broadcast the first televised debate last month, and we have opportunity to advertise on one station. KTIV will be that station in northwest Iowa. So give that some consideration. We do have some materials here. If you'd like some reading material about me and the campaign, feel free to take some of those. We have bumper stickers, and they are the friendly kind of bumper stickers that won't permanently attach itself to your bumper. And there are yard signs, and we do have the larger 4x8 signs if anyone would like to have one of those to post somewhere. And anything else? I'm trying to remember ways that you can help.
Sign-up sheet here.
Sign-up sheet.